Welcome back. Here with details on their new upcoming holiday movie, Dyngus Day, is Michael and Golden. Thanks so much for coming in today, you two.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, let's jump right into it. You made a movie about Dyngus Day, but it's not just any movie about the holiday. There's a twist. So let's talk about the inspiration behind it.
So we kind of originally came up with the idea because every holiday has a horror movie based on it. There's a Thanksgiving one,
Oh, yeah.
a million Christmas ones, there's an Easter one. We've seen literally every holiday. So we were trying to think, like, since we love those, what holiday doesn't have a horror movie based on it? So we're like, oh, Dyngus Day. A couple people in Buffalo might have heard of it, so let's do that one.
Okay, let's talk about each of your roles in making this film.
Oh, I'm the director of the movie.
And I am the cinematographer.
Okay, so the theme of the movie, it's horror, comedy, slasher. Why did we choose to go that direction?
I think we've always just loved horror comedy, the right mix of it, and it's kind of been in our wheelhouse. And again, it was just horror comedies for every holiday movie. And we even decided, just because when we were talking about it, and the basic idea was that some small town guy comes back to a small town from the big city. So then it became, let's lean more into like the Hallmark movie style too. So we really leaned into that with the amazing cast and crew. So.
Well, the idea of this, you told me, actually came about 8 years ago. But fast forward to 2024 is when you actually started working on the film, correct?
Yep. We wanted to wait. We came up with the idea, and then we wanted to wait a little bit until we had more experience filming and everything. It kind of came about after our first movie was done. So but now that we ran a GoFundMe and had a budget, so we figured it was time to finally make this thing happen.
Yes. Let's talk about the people in the room that made this happen. You had actually kind of a big cast.
Yes.
About 20 cast members?
Yeah, we had a crew of about 4, with the basic crew, but then the cast, we had so many amazing, talented actors and actresses from the local community that wanted to work with us. A lot of them we worked with before, and they wanted to again. And then we even had some that are newer to the scene, including Amanda, who ended up taking the place of Big Star that we were supposed to have, that we ended up not getting, and she did amazing. Like, she came in and just blew us away with how she took the character, which is ancient priestess from the original summoning of the Dyngus. So.
Okay. Without giving us too much, just tell us a little bit about what this movie is about.
So, like he said, we kind of leaned into the Hallmark special. Small town guy goes to the big city for his big fancy job, and he ends up coming back home to the small town of Smeagusville, which their entire being is just celebrating Dyngus Day. That's all they're about. All their laws are about Dyngus Day, and he ends up meeting his past love from high school, and it just kind of goes from there. An ancient demon gets summoned. That's kind of part of the story, I guess. And then it just goes from there.
Okay.
Among everything else that happens in that movie. Yeah.
And this was all shot in Western New York, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the places that you were able to shoot.
So we really got a lot of support from the local Springville community, like the Springville Journal let us film in theirs. Joyland Theater, where our premiere is going to be, let us film there. The Springville Depot, because we needed train depot, and that's what it still looks like, because that's what it originally was. And then all the outdoor type things are in Napoli, New York, which is by Little Valley. My best friend owns a huge, amazing land out there that we're so lucky to be able to film on. So we could just film out there. It's the middle of nowhere. Nobody bothers us. And all amazing things. Like I said, the local community of Springville really stepped in, and we're happy to give us locations. So
nice. Now, you mentioned the premiere is coming up. Tell us when and where that's happening.
That's going to be tomorrow at the Joyland Theater right on Main Street in Springville. The doors open at 6 p.m. and then the movie is going to start right around 7:15 or so. We're going to have a couple local vendors there. We have B-Spit Meadery. They made like a special mead that is kind of based on our logo that's going to be there. And then Still on the Hill Winery is also going to be there with their absolutely delicious Krupnik that sponsored the movie too.
Awesome.
So we'll have them there, and our premieres are always just a giant party and a good time.
Yeah, what is it like for, you worked on this film for about a year, and now you're finally getting to share it with the public. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels so amazing, especially because, like you said, we had originally had the idea 8 years ago. So like this is a long time in the making. of so many different ways that the idea of the movie has changed, and then working a lot of weekends and long days, long nights to get this filmed. And we're just so excited to be able to share it with everybody, and even just the cast getting to see, how it became things. So.
Where can people go to learn more about Dingus Day and all of your productions?
We do a lot of updates on Facebook. We have a Facebook page for our overall films, September Brothers Productions, and then we have a specific Dingus Day film page where we put a lot of our updates. So like once we get streaming for all the movies and stuff, once the DVDs are officially available outside the premiere, we'll have that, all the updates on there as well.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for coming in, you two. Congrats on the upcoming premiere. Viewers, if you'd like more information on the movie Dingus Day or to purchase advance tickets to the premiere, you can visit joylandtheater.com. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.